The India-Pakistan rivalry, a decades-long conflict rooted in territorial disputes and historical grievances, reached a fever pitch in the spring of 2025. A deadly attack on Indian tourists in the disputed region of Kashmir on April 22, 2025, ignited a chain of events that pushed the two nuclear-armed neighbors to the precipice of war. India blamed Pakistan-based militants for the attack and launched retaliatory airstrikes on alleged terrorist camps within Pakistan's borders. Pakistan, denying any involvement in the tourist attack, responded with its own airstrikes and cross-border shelling. The situation escalated rapidly, with both sides exchanging artillery fire and deploying fighter jets along the line of control in Kashmir. The four-day conflict saw missiles and drones employed in a display of military might that sent shockwaves through the international community. Civilian casualties mounted as towns and villages near the border were caught in the crossfire. The conflict also saw a dangerous erosion of established norms and agreements, with India taking the unprecedented step of suspending its participation in the Indus Waters Treaty, a vital water-sharing pact. The 2025 India-Pakistan conflict stands out for its intensity and the alarming speed with which it escalated. What began as a retaliatory strike by India quickly spiraled into a full-blown military confrontation. Both sides accused each other of violating the line of control and targeting civilians. The use of ballistic missiles and the targeting of key military installations further heightened tensions. Adding to the volatility was the thinly veiled nuclear rhetoric employed by both sides. While no direct threats of nuclear weapon use were issued, statements made by political leaders hinted at the unthinkable. The spectre of a nuclear exchange, however remote, loomed large over the conflict, casting a long shadow over the region and the world. The situation served as a stark reminder of the precariousness of peace in a nuclear-armed subcontinent. Both India and Pakistan possess significant nuclear arsenals, a consequence of their long-standing rivalry and the perceived need for deterrence. India, which conducted its first nuclear test in 1974, has consistently maintained a no-first-use policy, pledging to use nuclear weapons only in retaliation. Pakistan, which conducted its first nuclear test in 1998, has not made such a pledge, leading to ambiguity about its nuclear posture. The presence of nuclear weapons in the region has undeniably raised the stakes of any conflict. The 2025 crisis underscored the dangers of even a limited conventional conflict escalating into a nuclear exchange. The risk of miscalculation, miscommunication, or an accident leading to an unintended nuclear detonation is a constant concern. The international community reacted to the India-Pakistan crisis with alarm and urgency, recognizing the potential for a catastrophic escalation. The United Nations, along with countries like China, Russia, and France, called for immediate restraint and a de-escalation of hostilities. The United States, under the leadership of President Donald Trump, played a particularly active role in mediating a ceasefire. Trump, leveraging his personal relationships with the leaders of both countries and the United States' economic influence, managed to broker a ceasefire agreement. The agreement, while fragile, brought a halt to the most intense fighting. However, accusations of ceasefire violations continued to surface, and the underlying issues that sparked the conflict remained unresolved.